Way up in the Arctic, on this really remote Norwegian archipelago, humanity is building a series of modern-day arks. But, these aren't designed to float on water. They're built to withstand time itself. This is the story of Svalbard, a place that seems like just a frozen wasteland, but has actually become the last line of defense for our collective future, holding the backups for pretty much everything from our food to our culture.
People call it O Cofre do Fim do Mundo, or the Doomsday Vault. I mean, come on, that sounds like something straight out of science fiction, right? But this isn't a movie prop. This nickname, as dramatic as it is, really hints at a very real and incredibly profound mission to safeguard humanity's most vital resources against, well, any catastrophe we can possibly imagine, from the slow burn of climate change to the sudden flash of a global war.
And the most famous of these archives? That's got to be the Svalbard Global Seed Vault. Its mission is as simple as it is vital: provide a totally secure backup for the crop diversity that feeds the entire world. It's our planet's ultimate insurance policy for agriculture. Simple as that.
Now, the sheer scale of this operation is staggering. Just look at that number. As of early 2026, the vault holds over 1.3 million unique seed samples, and each one of those represents a distinct variety of a food crop. It's like this massive library of genetic diversity, all collected from gene banks around the globe, sealed away deep in the permafrost.
So how does it all actually work? Well, the scientific principle is called ex situ conservation. Basically, this just means the seed vault isn't an active gene bank where scientists are constantly pulling out samples for research. It's better to think of it like a bank's safety deposit box. It's a backup, a total fail-safe, holding duplicate seeds in a super secure location far, far away from their original homes.
So it's run by a partnership between the Norwegian government and some key global food organizations. And the vault itself is kept at a steady -18°C. And here's a crucial principle. The depositors, the countries and institutions that send seeds, they always retain ownership. Norway is just the guardian. It's this incredible commitment to global cooperation and food security that led to the vault being nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize in 2026. Pretty amazing.
But, seeds are really only part of the story. The mission to archive humanity is expanding. It's moving from just biological diversity to preserving our culture and our knowledge itself.
So, not too far from the Seed Vault is its digital cousin, the Arctic World Archive. And the difference between them is simple but really, really critical. While the Seed Vault protects our biological heritage, what we eat, this archive protects our digital soul. We're talking everything from national cultural treasures to the entire open-source code repository from GitHub. The security here is just extraordinary. It's housed in an old, decommissioned coal mine, buried up to 300 meters deep inside a mountain. And the data is stored on this special photosensitive film that's designed to last for up to 1,000 years. And because Svalbard is a demilitarized zone and the vault is buried so deep in the permafrost, it's designed to survive even nuclear attacks or electromagnetic pulses. It is literally humanity's hard drive, built for the apocalypse.
Okay, but here's the massive central irony in all of this. While we are so busy building these incredible new archives to protect our future, the very region we've chosen for its stability is itself under threat. Its own ancient archives are vanishing right before our eyes.
And this forces us to ask a really difficult question. As we're burying these backups of our civilization in the ice, what ancient history is the ice itself revealing, only to let it just vanish moments later? And here it is. This is the engine driving the destruction. The Arctic is warming at more than twice the global average. This isn't some future prediction. This is happening right now. This accelerated warming is destabilizing the entire region, and it's creating a crisis for the natural and historical records that have been perfectly preserved there for millennia. The scale of what's at risk is it's hard to even wrap your head around. Researchers estimate there are around 180,000 registered archaeological sites all across the Arctic. And these aren't just artifacts. These are the stories of human migration, of culture, of survival in one of the world's harshest environments. And all of them are in danger.
So the destruction is happening on multiple fronts. You've got rising seas that are literally washing away ancient coastal settlements. Then, as the permafrost thaws, organic artifacts, things like tools, clothing, even human remains that have been perfectly preserved for centuries, are suddenly exposed to microbes and just start to rot away. The very ground is collapsing.
And look, this isn't some abstract threat.
At a key historical site called Nuvuk in Alaska, relentless erosion has already devoured over 100 meters of coastline. It has completely destroyed ancient structures and has washed away a cemetery, erasing the physical legacy of more than 100 people. Once this stuff is gone, it is gone forever.
This race against time, against the thaw itself, is forcing us to think bigger. And the whole conversation is shifting from just saving what we have to exploring these really radical ideas about what it means to preserve, and maybe, just maybe, to restore life itself.
And believe it or not, this isn't science fiction. The same principles that are being used at the Seed Vault, they're already being applied to animals. Right here in Norway, there are active gene banks for live fish populations and cryopreservation facilities for the sperm and eggs of wild salmon. We are already banking animal genetics.
So this leads to a pretty profound question. If we can bank the genetic code of living species, could we use it to bring back extinct ones? And that is the core idea of de-extinction, using preserved genetic material to create a living, breathing replica of a species we've already lost. And scientists are looking at a few ways to pull this off. There's backbreeding, where you try to recreate ancestral traits in living relatives. There's cloning, which was famously attempted with an extinct ibex called the bucardo, to make a perfect genetic copy. And then there's the most advanced method, genetic engineering, which involves editing the DNA of a close living relative, say an elephant, to match the genome of an extinct one, like a woolly mammoth.
It all leads to this final, pretty deep question. We build these vaults in the Arctic to protect us against some global catastrophe, but what if the Earth itself is the source of the instability? What if even our deepest, most secure archives aren't safe enough from our own actions and our own conflicts?
And this search for ultimate stability brings us to the ultimate backup plan. The logic is captured perfectly here. True, permanent safety requires a location that is naturally cold, naturally stable, and almost impossible to get to. A place that's totally immune to human foolishness.
And that place, well, it may not be on Earth. As far back as 1996, scientists were proposing that the only way to truly escape our own instability is to create genetic archives off-world. The idea is to use naturally cold and stable locations like the shadowed craters of the Moon as the final, untouchable repository for the genetic code of life itself.
Which leaves us with this one last thought. As we stand at this crazy crossroads, faced with both preserving the past and engineering the future, we have to decide what these archives are truly for. Are they just memorials to a world that's disappearing? Or are they the blueprints for a world we hope to one day rebuild?